Hello, how are you doing? Thanks for joining me again. I hope you're well. What have we got today? Well, Lucy and I are back off to Blackpool. I don't know if you saw the video that I shot back in the summer when Lucy and I went to that famous holiday resort at the height of summer. It was blue skies, people were sunbathing, they were walking in their shirt sleeves, eating ice creams. It will not be like that this time. We are into December, it is dark, it is gloomy. There will be very few people sunbathing, I would imagine. But it should make for some really nice atmospheric photographs. I think the Seaside out of season can make a really interesting project. At the end of the video, I also want to just talk a little bit about the future of the channel. I know I've done that before, but I've had to start thinking about it really seriously. So after this video, please just watch that little bit just so that you can know what I'm planning to do in the new year. Can I just ask as well, before I get into the Blackpool stuff, if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out, and a lot of the videos I've been doing recently have just dropped off the bottom of the recommendations list. So unless you're subscribed, you probably won't see any of the future ones. And I have got another one ready prepared to go up after this one, which is a look back on my photography in 2024, and I think you'd really enjoy it. It's a bit of a slideshow, but there's some really nice photographs there, if I do say so myself, and it might make a nice relaxing thing to watch while you are digesting your festive meals or recovering from having the family over, whatever. But yeah, please do subscribe if you would. I would really appreciate it. But that said, let us return to the main point of this video. Here we are in Blackpool, and it's not actually raining, but it is very cold. We've got our coffees to keep ourselves warm, and we have also got only about an hour and a half before the sun goes down, what sun there is, to get some shots. We might be able to get some after dark, but really want to get some daytime shots. So we're gonna have to crack on really quickly. I've brought two cameras with me to shoot with, one digital, one film. And Lucy, what have you brought?
I've brought the XA2 with some colour plussing and the Riva Pico Zoom with some Ultramax.
So two film cameras for Lucy, one film and one digital for me, and we will see what we can get. So without further ado, let us load up, get off along the prom, maybe see some of the places that we saw in the summer and see how different they are in the winter time. Let's load up. I prepared my DSLR with a high ISO, fast shutter speed and as narrow an aperture as I could manage. Lucy prepared her first film. I then loaded some Colour Plus into my Canon AE1 and it was off for a wander down the prom. I spotted my first shot almost immediately, some people walking the deserted beach, and I think it was a nice way to get my eye in. Lucy clearly had the same idea. If you compare this shot with a similar one from the summer, you can see it's a very different kind of day. Summer and winter in Blackpool are different sides of the same coin.
The video of man bothering seagull.
Yeah, I did quite a bit of seagull bothering, and I think this is a really nice shot. It's got that inquisitive look, which makes it a bit different from the summer seagull shots I got, where it was more swarms of them zooming down on everybody. Once again, looks like Lucy had the same idea. Great minds, eh? We dropped down onto the lower promenade where there were some nice reflections of what sun there was against the seawall, and there were a few people huddled up in their coats braving the weather for a winter walk. I like this one with the solitary figure looking out to sea and the pier in the background. So we've been walking along the prom for about 15 minutes now, and it is starting to get dark. We've got a few shots of people wandering on the beach, on the prom, the rides. The rain has started. The rain that we were told was going to come has now come. And
it's on my lens.
Yeah, it's on all our lenses. We're having to wipe things down all the time, but it's creating a nice misty effect on the pier and things further out, and making some nice low contrast shots.
It's atmospheric, but in a different way to how it was in the summer.
It's very different from how it was in the summer, isn't it? They did warn us it would be, but yeah, it's a very different beast. But we will carry on along the prom, hopefully not getting too wet, and hopefully getting a few more decent shots to show you. So I'd like to think these give a good impression of the difference between summer and winter at this resort. I had used a warm preset which I had created myself called Ed's Warm Vintage to give a golden glow to the shots in the summer, and I used a similar preset to create a look for the winter as well. But even with that stylistic choice, it's still clear what the differences are in terms of people's dress, the light that there was, and the environment itself. So we're approaching golden hour now. It's getting really lovely. We're walking along the prom. We're nearly at the pleasure beach now. So we've pretty much done the route that we did when we came here last, but it's very, very different, but still really, really good. And yeah, I think we've got some really nice pictures. Lucy's used up one roll of film already. She's onto a second, and I've just been shooting away on the digital like my life depended on it. So let's not waste this light. Let us get some more pictures in before it becomes dark. Last time I was here, I got a really nice picture of the roller coaster over there. I'm trying to get another shot at golden hour because obviously we'd left before golden hour last time. So one of the advantages of these really short winter days is we can get shots like this without having to wait till 9 o'clock when the prom's full of drunk people. That'll do it. Thank you. Yeah, I really like this one of the theme park and the pier lit up in a shaft of light. The long lens coming in very useful there. The sky reflected in those windscreens I really liked. I'm very much into my reflections on windscreens at the moment. If you saw the Sheffield video that I did, I got a really nice picture there where there was a person framed in the background of buildings and the reflection of those buildings in some cars in the foreground. So it was nice to try something with that again here. So we've lost the light behind some cloud over there, and I suspect it's not going to come out again until the golden hour is over. But we've got some nice shots, and we've still got the illuminations to come, because one of the features of Blackpool is the Blackpool illuminations, which are on to extend the season, and I think they've actually extended it further than they would normally do. So having the illuminations on in December is quite special, and yeah, having a really nice day. I could do with another coffee though, and I could do something to eat. How about you?
Yeah.
We need some chips. We need fish and chips. Well, she doesn't need fish, she's a vegetarian. I need fish and chips. Right, let's see what we can get with utilising the cloud or something. So we continued to wander down the prom, and the sun did pop out just for a few moments between the clouds and enabled us to get another couple of nice shots. But the brief spell of good weather that we'd unexpectedly enjoyed was pretty much over. So we've reached the pleasure beach. We've walked all the way along the prom. The sun has pretty much gone down now. We'll get a few shots in the blue hour, I guess it's blue hour now, and hope that when the lights come on, this place is transformed from a grey winter nightmarescape into something beautiful. It's not really a nightmarescape, it's not bad, is it really? Think of that. Pretty good. So I think we used the blue hour to its full effect. This photo of the almost deserted arcade with the heavy skies above it, I quite enjoyed. I got a picture of the tram stop at South Beach, which I'd photographed in the summer from the opposite side. By getting a low angle, I was able to show the sky through the cutout rather than the messy combination of sea, railings, sky and pathway. Lucy took the opportunity to indulge her obsession with horses and got a number of really nice shots as we wandered along the promenade. And so we walked on past the shuttered kiosks and shops that had been filled with people the last time we'd been by. So I guess this is more what I was thinking of when I was thinking of winter Blackpool. Paradise, all closed, all these shuttered buildings. That's kind of what I was expecting from Blackpool. Grim, grey, miserable, but It's not really the truth of it today. It is the truth of it a lot of the times I've been here in the winter, but today it's actually quite nice. But that's my comment on out of season resorts. So it is 5 o'clock and the illuminations have literally just come on. We've just come out of the pub where we've had a chilli sin carne to keep us warm, and we are going to have a wander back along the prom, see if we can get some more pictures before we get our train back to Stockport. Blackpool really is a very different place at night. It is kind of the Las Vegas of the north, and when the lights come on and people start milling around getting food and drinks and enjoying the entertainment, even out of the main season, there is a completely different vibe about the place. Sometimes the empty stalls can look rather poignant and lonely in the darkness. One of the things that I found interesting to photograph, with the season being over and the tourists gone, was these seafront B&Bs, hotels, guest houses that would normally be full of lights and people having their dinner, getting ready to go out and enjoy the evening, dark behind their panes of glass. There were a few still open, but only a few hotels were actually lit up. As we made our way to the station, the heavens truly opened, and I just managed to grab a couple of shots on the A1 before we hurried to the shelter of Blackpool North Railway Terminus. So we have completed our trip to Blackpool. If it weren't for the fact that all the trains are cancelled for the next 2 hours, is it?
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half. So we're very much hoping that the train that goes at 7:48 will actually take us back, because otherwise it's going to be a very expensive trip. But it's been a good one. I think we've got some nice pictures, and I'm looking forward to doing this again.
Yes.
Next year.
Once we've dried off.
So there you go, Blackpool in the winter. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. I think Lucy did. Hopefully she will want to do more stuff like this with me again in the new year. And plans for the new year are what I just wanted to briefly talk about, because I need to make a few changes to make continuing to do these videos possible. I really love doing them, but they take up so much of my time. And those of you who followed me from the beginning will have heard me give this sort of speech before where I've said I don't know if I can keep doing it. What I'm saying is it's not that I'm going to stop doing it, but I might have to do a few more of those videos where I just talk about something without doing lots of filming around it, because it's taking days out of my week to do that. I'm also going to have to start maybe doing a few clickbaity thumbnails. I've tried to avoid that up to now. I really don't like doing it, but it's just a way to tell the YouTube algorithm, please show this to people. And then hopefully those of you who know me will know that the videos will be the same as they always were. And it's just, that's the advert and this is the real me. But without getting anybody to watch these videos, I can't continue to make them. So please, I apologize in advance for any clickbaity titles and thumbnails, but it's just what I need to do to try and be able to continue to produce this content, which, as I say, I love doing. The other thing I need to do is try and make it, if not profitable, at least pay for itself. And so I'm going to hopefully be launching some print sales in the new year, and I really hope that some of you might think about buying a print to support the channel, support me and what I do, hopefully because you love the work and you would like to see it on your wall and it be signed. And obviously in 100,000 years time it will be worth billions, because I'm going to be a famous artist. You heard it here first. So that is my little roundup. As I say, I've got a video coming out in the next few days with a look back at 2024. I will be back in early 2025, God willing, with more content. There might be a little gap while I'm working on things. I'll try and keep you posted through the comments on the community tab of YouTube, but I know a lot of you don't see that. You just see the videos that come up, which is why I thought I'd better flag it now, just so that I don't disappear and you think I've ghosted you and just stopped and wonder what happened to me. Hopefully nothing has happened to me. I am just having a rest, a little bit burned out, trying to get it all together so that I can come back bigger, stronger. As my son's cricket coach always says, we go again tomorrow. That said, let me wish you, if you're watching this still in 2024, a very happy Christmas and New Year. Enjoy yourselves, take care of yourselves, really do enjoy what you're shooting, get out there and shoot something, make the most of every day that you've got. I'll be back at some point in the future. Until then, take care of yourselves. Bye for now.